Hey world, welcome to the Nola Rowe Experience podcast. I am your host, Nola Rowe, and of course, this guy here that's acting like a bobblehead.
Yeah, yeah. That song is fire. That's
This is
why.
Mr. Melee. What song?
No, no la ro, no
Nola
la,
Rowe,
no la,
Nola,
no
Nola
la.
Rowe. Hey, Nola.
Produced by me, by the way. What's goody?
Produced, created, formulated by Mr. Melee. I
We should have
literally
got
said
some of your vocals on there. Dang.
we can do that next
Season two,
time.
season two.
We're gonna do that because we are planning on adding a little elements to evolve, right?
I need you to do a
Uh,
boop boop,
I don't
braco
do
braco,
I don't do that.
bra,
No, I
shatata,
I don't designer. I don't
get
no.
get, ay. Something. That's good.
I call
That's
my tribe. That's it. I don't fake
that's
shoot in the
that's your
air.
tribe.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call
If
that.
you hear that and you don't recognize it, it's not for you. Yeah, I mean,
That's true. You're like, who that?
yeah, but I was like, I'm hip hop. I'm Caribbean. I want the sound to sound hip hop and Caribbean, and then you just did that. I don't know how you did that.
Me neither. I don't know what to tell you.
Good job, though. A lot of people have given me feedback on it. They're like, it's really catchy. They love it. Like, I randomly got a text from my girl Felicia. Shout out to Felicia Laces Inc., who's currently doing movies in your car right now, which is doing great. I actually went and saw Belly. It's my first time doing a drive-in movie with all the social distancing. That was awesome for me.
Mm.
But she texted me randomly. She was like, "That song is mad catchy." I'm like, I guess she's talking about the podcast. I'm like, "What's up?" And then she texted it out, Nola, Nola Ro in the text. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's what she's talking about.
I could totally see that in text.
Love it,
You
love it.
singing along with the text like fly. It's dope. It is dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Pat myself. Mm.
You did a great job. Thank you so much for that. I
Sure.
was a little bit nervous, but
I was nervous too that you weren't
yeah.
gonna like it. But she's gonna hate it. She's gonna be like, "What this?"
I was nervous because I feel like I am so particular about certain things,
Uh-huh.
and it makes me nervous to to have to deliver that news to people. I don't
Yeah,
want them
that
to feel like, damn, she's never happy. It's not
this
that.
not it.
It's
I was
not that I'm
waiting to
not
hear.
happy. It's not that I'm
Uh,
never happy. It's just that it has to hit the spot. You
you're
know what I mean?
particular. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
you. No, I can
Yeah.
respect all of that. I can
Yeah.
respect it. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel any type of way, even if you were like, listen, this is not it. I'd be like, okay.
Because we did go through two drafts.
I don't even remember that.
Because the first one you presented, I was like, I think the steel pans are too loud. Can we
Okay,
balance it
yes.
out with the hip hop? Can we make the hip hop a little bit more prominent so they're nice
Yeah.
and balanced? So the steel pan is a nice undertone to let you
Yeah,
know,
it's
like,
barely,
yo,
yeah, you can barely even hear them now, but they were very heavy, I remember, yeah.
yeah, because I want you to hear it and be like, yo, a Guyanese girl, they ain't it. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't get that time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what that means. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Translation: a Guyanese girl is in here.
Superb. So
So,
how's everything?
goody.
Good, good, good.
How did I do with the goody?
It's a little too goody.
Mm,
It's a little too goody,
I'll leave that
but it
for
was
you.
good. It was good. It was good.
I'll leave
It
it
was
for
good,
you.
but it wasn't goody, you know?
How do you say it?
It was goody. It was the same.
Goody. No,
Close enough.
I feel like I sound like 3 years old.
Yeah,
Goody.
yeah, that's all. It's a little too
Like I
goody.
just got a Happy Meal toy.
Yep. Question for you.
Answer.
What are or what is something that is or you could say a few things. What are some things that are unforgivable to you?
I don't believe there are any things that are unforgivable.
You think that anything can be forgiven?
Yes,
Anything, there's nothing that somebody can do to you that you couldn't forgive some way, somehow, at some time.
correct. Everything is
Wow.
forgivable. Will I fuck
Mm.
with you moving forward? That's another story. That's a whole
Yeah.
other question.
Yeah.
Will you still be next to me? It's another question, but everything is forgivable.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not the same. There
Mm.
are some things
We're not the same. I'm a Martian. Gosh,
we
how do you sing that? How's that? Is that Lil Wayne
we
song?
are
I
not
love
the
that.
same. I am a Martian.
That's
Something
Lil
like
Wayne. I
that.
love that. Yeah, everything is forgivable. What
I feel.
what's unforgivable to you?
Damn. Where do I start? Um. You know what? I'll take. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I would say like if somebody, but yeah, I guess it does depend on the circumstance. If somebody like kills somebody in my family, I'm gonna find it very hard to forgive that. I think that is possible depending on the circumstance, if it was an accident or whatever, or if, the person is sorry, so many things, but that would be like really hard. I'm really unforgiving. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. I used to be very unforgiving with cheating because it was just an idea that was so foreign to me and so like stupid that I was just like, how? So when people like when I got cheated on, I was just like, fuck you. But
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. That makes sense to react that way.
yeah,
But I'm gonna ask you two questions. Have you cheated before?
I have.
And I always feel like when you participate in something that another person also participate in, you guys have that connection, you should now be cool with it.
Uh-huh.
You know what it's like, I
Yeah.
know what it's like. We both did it.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
And because I didn't cheat until much later on in life. And
Much later on in life, how old are you? You what? What much later on in life? How
I
long you
mean
been
like since
dating?
the time I've been dating,
I'm just messing with you.
yeah. So
Because it sounds
so
like you've
I
been
didn't
dating.
know.
It sounds like you've been dating since you were 3,
I've
and
been
then you
dating a
started.
long time.
Hold on.
Maybe too long. maybe maybe
Okay,
maybe
now,
too
okay,
long.
this conversation now is begging questions, and now we're going deeper and deeper.
Okay, we don't want to go deep. We want to stick to the topic at hand.
So no, but now I'm curious to know when you started dating. Now I want to be
Uh,
all up in your
I
business.
started dating at well, it depends because I know some people don't count certain things, certain ages. But
Well, we
I
don't
had a
care about those
girlfriend.
people.
I
We're
had a
talking about
girlfriend in kindergarten.
right. Okay, that's not dating.
It was, you see, that's what I'm saying.
But
I had a
that's not
girlfriend in
dating. Yeah. But
kindergarten.
but
I
this is not
remember.
this is not an opinion. It's like dating is a different
So what about if it's
type of
fourth grade?
interaction. It's not dating.
Still not dating.
You're feeling your way into things. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
Maybe
the
it was a
first,
girlfriend. You can call it a girlfriend in
yeah,
that
well,
realm,
yeah, I got you.
right? But the
Hmm.
official things where,
Like we're going out, we're
right,
hanging alone and stuff like that.
yeah, and you're hanky pankying.
Okay, that didn't happen until high
But
school.
that's
So
not necessary. I'm just throwing that in there to be silly.
no,
But
because that's what I was saying. Why people decipher it differently. Like they say, like
gotcha.
if it's this age, it's not. It don't really count in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, when you're a
That
little kid
aspect.
and you like somebody on Monday and then Friday you're done with them, it's like, you're feeling your way around in the world. But when you get a little bit more sense, I guess when you turn like 6 or 7, then okay, I'm kidding again. Let me stop. But yeah, so you started officially dating in high school.
Yeah, high school.
Okay. Yeah, you've been dating for a minute.
Yeah,
You've been dating
yeah.
for a damn minute. You should have like 5 kids by now.
No, I was very careful, very
But
cautious,
let
super
me stop
cautious.
joking before people think that's my mindset. Cause yeah, I'll be fucking taking every little thing and turning it into a thing.
Every
But
little thing turning into something.
so you've been dating for a while. You
Uh-huh.
started cheating late 20s.
Well, don't say started cheating like it's been a continuous thing. One time, all right,
You cheated
I
once
did
in your whole dating career?
once.
Okay.
Once. And it was later. I was probably like 26 or something like that. So before then, all the other times that I got cheated on, it didn't. I didn't really understand it because I couldn't really relate. But then when I cheated, I'm like, oh, I can understand how people can cheat. It didn't make it acceptable, obviously, but I was like, I can kind of get the understanding. Like, it depends on the scenario and the situation, but I can kind of sort of get it. And then I was like, I can be a little forgiving. But I did forgive. I was forgiving of people. I think that's a big thing in forgiveness.
Facts.
Perspective, and
Exactly.
yeah, like that's exactly why me and you have like can have a different view on this. Like you're like, yeah, this I can forgive anything, and I'm like, no, because um probably just I mean obviously because how we were raised and certain things and certain situations that happen. But yeah, that was kind of a light bulb with forgiveness for me. Like when I could compare that situation, like something that has always happened to me and I never understood it. And then when I did it, I was like, oh, I kind of get it
I
now.
get it now.
Yeah,
You
I,
pussy.
c- I can get it.
Look at my
Sometimes
face.
you just wanna
It ain't even my business that I'm mad it happened. I'm like this. I'm kidding.
you just want to get a little shum.
What's a sherm, man?
You know what shum. But yeah.
So you
So
forgave her for cheating on you.
them. It's been multiple.
You've been cheated on by more than two people? It's not them, bro. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yo, I need to eat. I feel like my brain is falling apart and
Your brain is hungry.
everything is a joke to me. But
Feed me.
exactly.
Yeah. So but I think those are usually the main things that people point out. Like like. But what about there's no words that someone could say to you that is like, don't say this to me. If someone says these things to you, it's like
A
you
lot
never
of
forgiven.
things. A lot of things people can say to me and I will deal with it accordingly. But as far as forgiving, that's a different thing. I mean, okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe in karma?
I do.
Okay. So I feel like belief comes with levels of belief because people will say, I believe in karma. I understand cause and effect, but it doesn't apply to my family member being murdered. What is the karma in this person being murdered? Everything is a cycle, everything has a cause and effect, everything is connected. This person didn't just, is not an anomaly. This person didn't just get murdered. And I'm not saying it's their fault and it's okay and you should be cool with it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
connected to something else that they're responsible for, or maybe
Mm.
somebody else is responsible for. So is this person being killed because they needed to give their life because maybe they took a life, or they did
Mm.
something where they took something very big from somebody else, or did their parent take a life, or did their
Oh,
grandparent take a life, or
yeah.
did their family come into something big and now the family has to give something big? All of these things are connected, and I'm not saying that I'm forgiving based on karma. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that everything happens for a reason and everything
Yes.
has a connection. What
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, as far as forgiveness, is like the person who committed the act, every person is on this planet is doing something for a reason. And whether it seems senseless or not, there are so many people committing crimes and so many people doing things because they're not freaking okay. And I'm,
Mm-hmm.
again, not condoning what you're doing. I'm not
Sure.
cool with it. But I have to be understanding of what you do because I understand what I do. Even
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not murdering people, there has to be a time when I'm doing something that throws somebody off, rub somebody the wrong way,
Yeah.
or it's just a wrong way of doing things according to other people's standards. Maybe I hurt somebody in some way, and I would hope that this person sees me as a person who hasn't evolved enough to a point where I couldn't have avoided whatever it was that I did. Now, as far as, the whole killing thing, why did you kill this person?
Yeah.
I'm not looking to be friends with you. I'm not looking to be cool with you, but I am looking for a level of understanding where this death doesn't become the death of me, and I'm
Mm.
not holding on to it to the point where I'm mentally and emotionally just gradually
Yeah.
dying because of it. Why did you kill this person? Do you have a mental instability that caused you to feel like this was a rational thing to do? Are you a serial killer? Like, is this something, again, comes with a mental emotional imbalance? Did this person do something to you? Did something get triggered? Like, what's the reason? What's the reason?
What's the reason?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like what's the reason? And I'm not looking for your reason so that I can figure out if I should forgive you or not. Um, it's really not on me to exalt this person, like,
Yeah.
it's not on me to relieve you of anything. It's really on you, and there is higher powers at work, and you're gonna have to pay for that.
Hmm.
Not with jail, not with prison. What humans
Sure.
do, humans lock you up. I don't even look at that sometimes as a real punishment,
Yeah. Punishment.
because you're somewhere chilling, eating food. Some people like being locked up, but I do feel like the moment you take a life and you're conscious of it and you're remorseful, you start to pay in your head. And you
Uh,
might be walking around acting like you're all cool and you're chilling and you're moving on with your life, but you have to lay down or lie down and sleep with that shit every night. Um
mm,
and I'm not getting gratification from knowing that another person is suffering. I'm not with it. But how do we feel about people committing murders, but then we're cool with no, we don't like that people are committing murders, but we're cool with death row, or people sitting there being tortured for years knowing that they're going to die. Like, you get gratification knowing that that person is thinking about their demise, and then you're cool with people being killed because they committed a crime. That doesn't
mm.
add up to me. Are you cool with killing or not?
Well, I think we have this system in place that it's like, uh, everything is. That's the thing. It's like not equal, but we're trying to seek some type of equal justice, equal
Who's we?
punishment. I mean, the system,
They
the
ain't doing
system.
that.
Well, that's why I said we're trying. So it's almost like, because how many people, those people on death row, usually they have to kill multiple people. They have to do something super, or it has to be like like a child or old person or something super heinous for them to kill you. Because like there's serial killers who didn't go to death row, who got 40 years or 50 years or double life sentences, whatever. And so it's like, where, how is there, like, how is that scale weighed like that,
Because
you
it's
know?
not on us. And that's the thing. That's why I don't agree with it. I don't agree with you feeling like I'm now going to kill you because you did something bad. That's not on you. None of this shit is on us. And that's the mistake that we keep making over and over. We feel like we can cast judgment on people, and to what end? Okay, so you got rid of somebody that did something. Now you just did the same thing.
Sure.
Technically, you just killed somebody too. So you're going to pay for that, whether it's on death row or whether it's spiritually. You're going to pay.
So you think that there should be more forgiveness within our like justice system?
Well, justice is not based on forgiveness. Justice is one thing, and then when you hear system, it turns it into another thing. Like, when you put justice and system together,
Yeah.
now something is not adding up, because now forget about the justice. We now have to look at the system, and if
Yeah.
we're looking at system specifically where we are, there's absolutely nothing in here that resonates well with me. Yes, we understand people commit crimes, you want to punish them, but at the end of the day, there's too many people making money off of this thing. You know, too many people are profiting from it for me to really believe what you're
Yeah.
saying. When you walk into a courtroom, it says, "In God we trust." No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
Because God says, "Thou shalt not kill," but we
That
put
God
people on
said,
death
"Thou
row.
shall not take people's money for profit and extort them." Anyway, I forgive you, for you know not what you do. People essentially do not understand the
Yeah.
larger ramifications of what they're doing. They don't. And for the few who do, man, you're gonna have to pay for that. But it's not on me to forgive you or not. You're gonna deal with what you got to deal with anyway. But I've definitely had. Listen, my very first, um, I would say probably social or familial encounter in this world is coming into a world where, you know, my mother had relations with a man, and from day one he jumped ship, like he wasn't there. And I went through life, when you're a little girl and or when you're a young person, and the world is telling you this is what life is supposed to look like. You know, this family unit, this is what it's supposed to be. This is good, this is good, this is good. And you're being programmed to believe that man, wife, kid, dog, whatever, like this is a perfect unit and this is
Mm-hmm.
what it's supposed to be. And if this is not you, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Now, I'm as a little girl, I'm not thinking, hey, my family unit is wrong, so I'm hurt. It happens subconsciously,
Uh-huh.
right? And the subconscious is where you get caught up. So subconsciously, this societal family framework is pretty much weighing on my mind, and I don't even know it, but it's manifesting in other ways where it's messing with my self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I've encountered way too many situations where I feel I needed to be protected and I wasn't. So now I start developing an anger towards this man, and I don't know that I'm developing the anger yet. Um, that anger doesn't manifest until way later on when I'm really encountering him and we're getting to know each other and I'm feeling it and it's blazing and I'm pissed. Like, why were you not there? And I even told him, like, at 4 years old, I was sexually molested at
Mm-hmm.
4. And I felt like I should have been protected, but where were you? So now I have to learn how to protect this, not protect. I have to learn how to forgive him.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole, oh, forgive people so you will get peace of mind thing, it wasn't even, I'm not even thinking, let me forgive him so I can get peace of mind. Then it's not
Yeah.
genuine, it's not authentic. So, because now you're doing something for a selfish purpose. You just have to do it because it's the way, period. It's either you're in the way or you're out of the way. Forgiveness is the way. This is me reiterating my studies in Taoism, but um, I had to forgive my dad for not being there for me. And how did I do that? I had to stop making him out to be this thing that's much bigger than me, like this entity that I can't control and I don't understand. And he's not. He's just a man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a human having a human experience and
Ooh.
having psychological ramifications from things that he's gone through. Like, I didn't even know my dad lost his mom when he was maybe 5 years old or so. She passed. I didn't learn that until a couple years ago. Um, and in learning things about people, you start to understand why they tick the way they tick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the story behind why he wasn't there too was drama, just a mess, which I won't go into. But understanding, and I mean genuine understanding, is what helps people forgive.
Yeah. That's so funny. I've I've heard that on actually it was the same scenario actually, and it was Jada Pinkett, and I don't know if you watched the Red Table Talk, but Jada Pinkett and her brother were talking about how they had to forgive their father because he was like really abusive and I guess just really a shitty dad. And but they always kind of like loved him and they always took care of him and stuff like that. And she said something similar to what you just said. I don't know if it was her or her brother. He said like you at some point you just have to realize that um some even though you're these this person made you, they weren't necessarily meant to be your parent. Just
Yo,
because just because
yo,
they created you doesn't mean that they were meant to be your parent. And like you were saying, they are literally just a human being. You have to look at them like, yo, this is a human being who has his own life, who has his own situations, own everything that he's dealing with. And then he has this other entity that comes into his personal you know understanding of life, and some
makes
people
everything
don't know
up.
how to deal with that shit. As human beings, people are not perfect. You just have to understand that that person didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know how to navigate through that, and they didn't think and consider the ramifications of that. So you just have to look at it like that,
Exactly. Exactly. That
and not
is,
take the ownership of that person. Like, oh,
yeah,
my dad, you're my dad, or you're this. It's like, no, this
yeah,
person is his own
yeah,
human being. It doesn't. It's not. You don't own him. It's just. He's
yeah. Now
just.
I have to act like Willow Smith.
I
Yeah,
think she was there. I think she did do all of that there.
yeah,
Yes, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that opened my mind, ooh,
Um,
for understanding and forgiveness. Ooh,
I am
that was,
I completely I almost completely agree with that. Most of that I it resonates with me and it sits true with me. The only part that I don't agree with is the part about, maybe this person wasn't supposed to be your parent. I don't believe in things happening that aren't supposed to happen. I think sometimes you're just meant to have this fucking experience with this shitty ass parent. Sometimes
mm,
that's just your experience.
mm,
And we have to stop convincing people that when you come into this world you're going to be whistling and skipping through a field of
yeah, yeah,
flowers.
yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
not going to be
Sure.
life. You're going to have a real life human
Hmm.
experience. And how many people do you know just had this nice smooth sail through life, and they didn't have any adversity or challenges? It's happening because it's supposed to. Now, why wasn't my father there? On a bigger scale of things, I don't know the answer. I don't know the precise answer, but what I will say is that that experience, man, the strength, and
Hmm.
strength comes from forgiveness, and it comes from understanding your path and accepting it.
Mm.
As you work out, right? Go,
Sometimes.
go to the gym. You know what it's like
Yeah.
when you want those muscles, you want
Yeah.
that definition, you want what you want, but you
Uh-huh.
can't just walk to it and get it. You
Sure.
have to go through a challenge to get it, and it's painful, but then in the end you're stronger. And to me,
Hmm.
it's the same thing with the mental. Like, you go through the challenges, but once you accept that, okay, it is what it is, you
Hmm.
forgive. And then you, like an alchemist, you take that energy, you take that pain, and you morph it into something
Into something
beautiful.
else. Mm.
You become stronger, you become more intelligent, and then
Sure.
you understand yourself better, because you're like, this is what I'm made of. I
Hmm.
climbed that mountain, I got over that peak. That's what I'm
Hmm.
made of. I forgave this person who was kicking me down. Do you know what type of level you have to be on once somebody kicked you down, and then you're able to look at them and feel sorry for them? And that's how I feel about the two men in my family, age 7 and age 4. I was molested by two different cousins. I look at them and I'm like, damn, these guys are pathetic. not
Mm.
not in a way where I'm dissing them because of what they did to me, but I look at them, I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, what happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them, I'm looking at him and I'm like, based on your parent, based on where I know you're coming from, it makes sense that you would try to violate a person who's vulnerable.
Yeah.
It makes sense that you would do that because that's what you're made of. Do
Mm.
I trust you now? Would I leave you alone with my kid? What?
Fuck no.
Never. And never. But I understand and I see you and I see how you can't be faithful to your significant others. And one of them, he got into trouble for touching his significant other's daughter. And I feel like when you have to prey on little boys and little girls
Yeah.
for sexual
Yeah.
gratifications, you can't be a person who's okay. You are
Mm-hmm.
absolutely a person who's miserable. You are
Sure.
absolutely a person who go to sleep every night and you sleep with these demons because you know what you're doing isn't cool.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to walk around
And you
and sleep
still
with
do
that.
it.
So no, I don't look at you as a person who has power over me. I look at you and I feel sorry for you because I'm like, damn, who wants to live like that? Like you really have to touch a little kid to get your rocks off? That's
Mm.
fucking what?
Yeah.
When you can have a full grown man or woman, like
That's up there on my unforgivable list too.
yeah,
But
I
like
forgave both
I
of them.
understand what you're saying
Yeah,
because
I forgave both of them.
at some point you do have to look at it like that, like really step back and and look at it like, damn, like what did that person have to be going through in order to risk everything to make this decision that he knows can potentially ruin his life and ruin the life of some of other people.
And don't get it
What?
twisted, a lot of these people, they don't know that they're risking anything because let's not give people so much credit. Some people are functioning with the smallest part of their fucking brain. Like a lot of people
Mm,
out here are functioning and they're not using their brain. Like they don't think clearly, they're
mm,
foggy. All
yeah,
these mental illnesses that people are holding on to and don't
sure.
even know they have it, and it's plaguing our community. So
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I think most of my I've become very forgiving. Like there's most of the scenarios I've been in where I feel like I've been really hurt. Like most of my exes, I'm cool with them. Even the ones that have hurt me, cheated on me, broke my heart. Um I've actually done exactly what you're saying. I always look at it from a different perspective and I say like this person's human and I'm pretty sure they were going through some horrible stuff. Of course they apologized and everything, and I look at it like, yo, I believe that every single person who has come in and out of my life is for a reason. And even if that reason put me in a bad, quote unquote, bad position, or a position where I was
challenging.
hurt, challenging position, and I was hurt. Um, yeah, I completely agree with you. Sometimes, like it's almost like that movie, like what's that movie? Split, where the have you ever seen it?
I feel like I did.
It's
Is
M
it the
Night
guy?
Shyamalan. He turns into the beast. He
Was
has
he
all the
living in
multiple
the cave?
personalities.
He was living
He's
in a
like in a
cave or
basement or like,
underground or
yeah,
something.
underground or something.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's one of the few movies that really hit me on a scary
Really?
level because I'm usually never
Really?
afraid of scary movies. I don't even watch scary movies because I think they're usually trash. I'm like, this is not scary. I'm not watching it. But
Mm-hmm.
that movie, it really hit me in a different way. Like he scared the shit out of me
Yeah, because he with the different personalities and stuff, right?
because that happens.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It
I think
happens.
it's based on, well, not the transforming into other people part, but yeah, definitely there's records of people with multiple personalities and schizophrenia turning and having different voices in their head and stuff. But the reason I bring that movie up is because in the movie he's like attacking, he hurts people, but he doesn't hurt people who were broken. So his whole thing is like the world will be taken over by the broken, the people who've been through shit. So through the whole movie, he's like fucking people up and killing people. But um, there's one girl where he's trying to kill her the whole movie, and then he sees that she has slits all over her wrists.
So he's like,
And then he
oh, okay.
stops. Yeah, he stops from killing her. He's like, oh, you've been through some shit. I fuck with you.
Oh, he's an
So I'm not
idiot.
gonna. He's an idiot.
Yeah, that's an idiot shit.
It's not the point, Nola.
The fuck? Sir.
We respect the broken. All right.
I
So
get it, but if he was smart, he would know that everybody been through some shit, but that's a whole other
nah, some
point.
people ain't been through some shit, man.
To them,
Some
but it's
people
it's
been in a
perspective.
silver spoon.
It's perspective. Even a silver spoon, I feel like even if you're going through something small in your head, you're going through some shit. Where's my laundry? Why didn't you put lemon in my water? Like in your head, you're going through shit. You know what I mean? It's
You,
all perspective.
you ain't the broken, bro. You ain't the broken because you got
Yeah.
lemon in your water. Get the fuck out of
To
here.
them, to them, their life is
Yeah,
a fucking
I'll be like,
tragedy.
slap that water out, Jane. What you talking about? Let me bring your ass to the hood. Lemon
Yeah.
water, sparkling.
But
I might sparkling or still.
so you brought him up. Why again?
Oh, because I was referring to your point about people going through shit. Like those, like those are the people. These are the people who I feel like will inherit the earth. Like
If you
the,
have gone through something, you are the chosen one.
you are the chosen one. I feel like those are the important people. Those are people who are interesting. Sometimes you got stories to tell. You can hold conversations. You're first of all, obviously, you going through shit like that, it's gonna make you a strong person. So
Yeah.
just in general, you're able to deal with life in a different way
Yeah.
and with a more stronger outlook, head on your shoulders, everything. So
Absolutely.
just with that,
Experience.
yeah. And then like just the experience of going through shit either. A lot of
Yeah.
comedians, you are the funniest people on earth. People who've been
Yeah.
abused and beat, and
Broken.
like you were saying, the alchemy. They take
Yeah.
those things and they make it into something positive, something
Yeah.
beautiful.
And let's
So,
not get it twisted. w- I feel like when we express this, we don't want to make it seem like you only get credit if you've struggled, or you
yeah, yeah,
only
yeah.
get credit if bad things have happened to you. That's not what we're saying. We're just
Hmm.
saying that people who've had a lot of challenging experiences, they evolve in a different way based on those experiences.
Hmm.
Because if I wasn't molested, I would not have been able to save somebody's life in a moment when she was talking suicide. I had
Uh-huh.
an encounter with someone. Somebody reached out to me and said, my sister is talking suicide. Can you talk to her?
Hmm.
And I talked with her. We had a conversation. I don't know if I saved her life or not,
Yeah,
but I do know that when she looked at me and I told her that I had been through that too, she was like, whoa, really? And then
yeah,
I just got graphic and I told her the whole thing, and she was like, whoa, okay.
yeah.
Now being able to speak with someone who understands this
Hmm.
world a little bit or understands this realm, I feel better. So had I not gone through that, maybe she would, maybe I don't always believe in alternate experiences, but what if, hypothetically speaking, I wasn't on her path and she
Yeah,
was just on that path of suicide and she
yeah,
never got that interception, she probably would have been
yeah.
successful with that.
Uh-huh. That's
Uh
why in some instance, I don't want to exclude and make people feel like if you haven't gone through anything significant, you ain't shit. But specifically speaking to the people who have gone through shit, man, y'all are shit, man. Like, those, you are fucking worth everything. Like, it's not, it doesn't mean that your life can be over, because to me, that's one thing that fucking breaks my heart. Suicide and people thinking that they can't rise from something that has brought them down. That shit tears me up. Like, yo, those are the best people, man. The people with the story to tell, with who have rise and has came from situations that most people can't even imagine or fathom going through. Those are the people, man. Those are the people who are moving this world, who are changing this world, who are helping others to do the same thing. So like, if
yeah.
there's anybody who's listening who's feel like they're going through shit and that they ain't shit, man, yo, just take all your trials and tribulations and to turn it into something beautiful. It's hard to find. Sometimes it's difficult to find what to do and how to make that alchemy happen. But Yo, it's possible.
Yeah,
We
there
are
there are
capable of it.
ways of there are ways of figuring out everything. There's a solution to every single problem on this planet. There is not a problem that does not have a solution.
Hmm.
But some people choose to keep fighting for a solution, and some people, they're tired, and it's overwhelming. And I get both of those people. But as far as feeling like, listen, I've been done wrong a lot, and the world is a little bit too heavy. um, I think as a collective, we have to do a better job at supporting people.
Hmm.
I was on social media, I was on Facebook a couple of days ago, and somebody posted something. I don't remember the post, but when I looked at the comments,
Hmm.
it just reminds you of how quick people turn and kick you down. People kick you
Yeah.
down mad fast,
OD, especially now.
especially on the internet, because they're not in person, and most people are pussy. Like, they
Mm.
have these little fingers where they can type and say whatever they want that they would
With
never
no
say to your face,
consequence.
with no consequence, because you type it, you press send, and it's over. You turn your computer off and you move on with your life. Yeah,
Hmm.
but you're
What
hurting
about the other
people,
person?
and somebody posted a picture of these girls in a party, and I guess they didn't like the way the girls looked or whatever, and I'm just looking at it like, but why is that on you
Yeah.
to decide how they're supposed to look, but even in situations like that, I have to be forgiven, because this person doesn't know better. This person hasn't evolved to the place where they can handle this differently. They're in a
Yeah.
certain space, and when you're in a certain space, you behave accordingly. But
You're saying that people commenting, you have
anybody
to
who's
forgive them?
the people commenting and the person who's putting up the post,
Mm.
they're in a certain space, and when you're in a certain space, you behave in accordance with that space,
Yeah.
that's in that mindset. That's why certain people don't hang out with certain people, because they can't click. Their mindsets are different, so
Yeah.
they're in different worlds,
Uh-huh.
because they think different. So if you're stuck in a certain world, and in your world tearing people down is funny or it's cool, I get
Hmm.
that. I understand you, and I forgive you. You don't know, you don't understand the ramifications of your actions, but I do pray that in this lifetime you do get to evolve out of that, and
Yeah.
you do have a nice story to tell, and you can tell somebody else, hey, listen, I used to be just like that. It's not cool,
Yeah.
so I forgive you.
Oh, look at that already.
I
Yeah,
do.
that's it. That's it at the end of the day. That um
but
empathy.
don't but don't leave no comments under my fucking pictures, though. Don't. You come for me.
Um, she got the pad
Do
of
not.
responses, so don't come
It's a
for her.
box, a whole box.
She got a whole box of responses.
Yo, my first boyfriend, hotmess.net relationship.
Dot
Hot
net,
dot net.
not even dot com. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's that bootleg. It's a ghetto ass experience. First of
Uh-huh.
all, I'm 17 years old. I meet this guy. I don't want to describe him, because just in case he ever listens to this, I don't want him to think.
I meet this guy. 5'7".
But we I'm 17 years old. I get into this relationship. I think he must have been 19, I don't know. But um it was just so toxic, and it was
Mm.
like almost 5 years,
Whoa.
and it was so dirty. Dirty as in those demons that we both had to deal with
Mm.
just had us doing a bunch of toxic shit with each other.
Mm. Wow.
This guy cheated from the beginning of that relationship all the way to the end. And this is almost 5 years. All of that cheating. And with every instance, it's like a part of you diminishes. Like, you're reduced
Mm.
a little and a little and a little, a little,
Mm-hmm.
until you just feel so small.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm 17 years old. I'm coming into this situation, in me forgiving him, I had to first forgive myself for even being in that situation. Why was I in that situation? One, I'm coming into this with self esteem issues. So if you come at me with some half ass relationship or you're treating me sideways, I'm accepting it because, that's what I learned.
Mhm.
Two, I have demons that I've accumulated growing up as well. And those things weigh on you. They cloud your judgment, they cloud your perception, they force you into these really toxic situations. And then
Mhm.
I had to examine him. And I'm doing all of this way after we broke up because I was devastated, like broken, just
Mhm. Uh-huh. One of
21
those.
years old, 21
Yeah.
years old, pregnant.
Ooh. And you started dating at 17.
Yes,
So you were like young minded.
just a hot mess.
Just
And
oof.
I'm 21 years old, I'm pregnant. And one day my neighbor said to me, how come you're pregnant, but you just keep losing weight? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, when people are pregnant, they gain weight, they glow. I was so stressed. I
Mm.
stressed, crying all the time, just having no guidance,
Mhm.
having no tools to learn
Yeah.
how to even break my way out of this situation.
Yeah.
Just keep accepting all of this damage and all this hurt and all this pain. And then I had a miscarriage
Mm.
because I was a hot mess. My body wasn't accommodating no damn
Yeah.
baby.
Sure.
Um, and of course, let me tell you how our breakup started. I cheated.
Mm.
I
For the first
cheated
time.
for the first time
Wow.
in 4.5 years. And I think this is where it got crazy. I cheated for 11 months.
Whoa.
Yes,
Dedication
a
is what
full
I call
blown
that.
other relationship going on the side. And my response to him?
Damn, almost a year?
Yeah, we could
Well,
call it a
people have
year.
done longer.
Call it a year. I don't care. Um, could call it whatever. You can add the days up. How many days is
Uh-huh.
that? 345? I don't care.
Yeah, something like that.
So one day I had a dream that he met the side guy. So I woke up the
Ooh.
next morning. I'm like, damn, I got to tell him about this. Called the side
Oh.
guy, broke up with him. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's over. Broke up with him. Called my boyfriend, said, I have to talk to you. He's like, what's up? I said, I've been cheating, whatever. And he was like, I'm coming over. I
Oof.
was like, okay. So he came to my house. My mom is sitting in the living room. Came to my house and he was just so broken. He played football. And I was talking with one of his friends one day. His friends was like, yo, we were out on the field and he was holding his chest and we almost called 911 because we thought he was going to have a heart attack. Like, the news of me
Mm.
cheating, it just,
Broke.
yeah, he couldn't handle it, man. He couldn't function. He stopped eating. He wasn't going to work. Like, just weird shit
Even
like
though
that.
he's been cheating for
Exactly.
four
That's exactly what I told him. I was like,
years.
you've done this like over 20 times and you've done it with people who were in my face. Like, I walked around with weapons because of these girls.
Mm.
And now that it happened to you, I guess
One time.
the
Well,
11 months
the
is
male
what
ego.
the
It
11
could have been one day.
it
Male
could have been
ego
one
is
day.
like that. It's just like that. We're
All
fragile.
facts, right?
Uh-huh.
So when he left, my mom was like, why did you tell him that? She said that was that was a very bad move on your part, but I was impulsive and maybe I wanted to hurt him. I don't know. I wasn't
Uh-huh.
consciously trying to hurt him. I just felt really guilty. And I spoke with this guy maybe 8 years after that. And he told me, he was like, yo, when I came to your house that day, if your mom wasn't there, I was going to kill you.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yes.
That's fucking bananas.
Yeah. He said, your mom saved your life. If your mom wasn't there, I was going to, yeah. And he was capable of it. He could have easily overpowered me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And you
Yeah.
forgive this man.
I forgive him for that. He's a softie. And I
A
analyzed and
fucking killer softy.
yeah, I can't call him a killer because I don't know if he's killed
Well,
people or not. But yeah, I
killer
mean,
mentality.
but yeah, he was definitely coming there to hurt me, and Honestly, we had gotten to a point where when he said it to me, I was stunned, but we were done and over
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
everything from the past. And
Mhm.
uh he told me a lot of things that happened in his childhood, and certain interactions that he's had with people, and certain things that people done to him when he was little. And I'm like, I completely see why you would be having sex with so many people, because you don't like yourself at all.
Mm.
You don't fucking like yourself because people convinced you that you don't have any worth.
Mhm.
So even a man who's promiscuous, I don't even look at him like you're the man or you're something special about you. I'm already looking like, what's wrong? Like, are
Yeah,
you
you hurt.
okay? And when people are hurt, like, I kind of look at it like when a child is hurt.
Mhm.
When a child is hurt, or if I come to you and I'm like, damn, Melee, I just fell and broke my leg, are you gonna yell at me? Are you gonna be mad at me? If that happens with a child, are you gonna kick them down? No, you
Mhm.
don't. You attend to them as if you care.
Yeah.
Can I
They,
offer you
they need healing.
yeah, healing. Can I give you some
Mhm.
water? Can I give you some ointment? Or let me call 911? Or
Mhm.
you're affectionate towards them. I feel like when people have this with their mental and emotional, we don't react to them the same way at all. When people are doing things because they're hurt, we don't react to them the same at all. We kick them down even further. So even though in our relationship I was not forgiving, I was very, very hateful. Shit, I tried to stab him too.
Oh
um
shit.
yeah, I did. I did.
You
We
know that you're toxic.
It was toxic. It was disgusting. It was horrible
Sheesh.
experience, but I had to learn from that. And when you have those experiences, they teach you things about yourself. So I'm like, why did
Mhm.
I do that? Why did I experience that? Why did I put up with that? Okay, this is what's wrong with me. I need to heal. Let me fix that. We had fist fights. One day we were fighting and I spit in his face and he had me pinned down on the
Wow.
floor, and I had a knife in my backpack which he had given me as a gift. And there was a very small kid nearby, and I was telling the kid, go in my bag and get my knife. And the kid was getting the knife because the kid didn't understand what was about to happen, but I really was
Uh,
about to really, really hurt this dude
Chick
because
this dude.
you're overpowering me and I need to get
Yeah.
out from you doing this to me. I can't have you doing this stuff to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, really toxic. And I think that relationship really helped me to just go further into a really deep depression,
Mm.
because the self-worth was just already shaky. And
Mhm.
then here comes this person that just kept making me feel like, if you keep cheating on me, that means something is wrong with me. Like when you're young, that's how
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you're processing that. And
I'm pretty sure that put you into a deep healing too.
v-
Broke you.
very long after that, because I had to
Uh-huh.
go through two more relationships, and
Uh-huh.
become devastated. But the point that I was really getting at with him as well is, um going through that wasn't just me going through something. He was also going through something.
Sure.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And way long after, I looked at him and how when I reciprocated the cheating, it broke him apart, and that's what ended our relationship.
Mm.
Like a little while later, he said, I'm sorry, I can't stay with you.
Yeah.
And we broke up. And within a couple of weeks, somebody else was pregnant. So,
Oh my goodness, yeah. So he's just out there.
yeah. So, that was my very first relationship.
Wow.
That was my
Dang. First
introduction.
too. And woof. Imagine
Yeah.
first coming out the gate
Right.
swinging.
From 17 to 21, I was in a relationship. And then I got into another 4-year relationship after that. And then I got into another 2-year relationship after that. So from 17 to the end of my 20s, I've always been like committed to one person. And
Wow.
yeah, when you go through things like that, you have to come out with the intention of healing. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what it's for. You get cut and you get broken, but when you heal stronger. So that should be everyone's mindset. You know, if you go through something arduous and you come out of it, you're going to be stronger. So you got to use that. You got to use that to propel you to something bigger and something better, some positivity, and you know what I mean?
It
Just
wasn't
overall
until
healing.
it wasn't that cycle started at 17. Maybe it started ever since I was a little girl, but it really manifested when I started to date.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until when I was 30 and my son's dad and I broke up. That's when I really started to um, focus on healing because
Mm,
I was so devastated by that breakup to the point where I didn't think that I was doing right by this baby in my belly,
yeah.
right? We broke up when I was 4 months pregnant,
Oh
and
shit.
yes, 4 months pregnant, and I'm now 8, 9 months pregnant, and all I'm doing is crying all the time, and I'm just stressed all the time. And I just pray all the time, like, God, please don't make me ruin my baby. Like, I don't know how to stop this, though. I don't know how to
Yeah.
feel better, but I don't want to make this baby on. Thank goodness my kid is phenomenal. He's happy. But when I came out of that, I had one question. I was like, why were you so devastated? This
Mhm.
guy, no, this isn't somebody to be devastated over. Why were you
Mhm.
so devastated? I asked myself that. Why were you so devastated? That's the one question. And I was so devastated because I thought I was somebody that I was not. I thought that I was in a space that I really wasn't. I was fooling myself, like I was living a facade to myself.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was way sturdier than I actually was. I wasn't aware of how vulnerable I was.
Mhm.
And when I analyzed that and started being honest, I'm like, damn, really? Look at the things that I've gone through. Look at those experiences that I had growing up as a little girl. Look at my experiences as a teenager. Look at my experiences here, there, that. I'm supposed to be vulnerable. I'm supposed to be misguided. I'm supposed to be lost. I'm supposed to be a person who's making poor decisions because I'm cloudy as fuck. Like when you're in too much pain, you're
Mhm.
cloudy. So I forgave myself
Mm.
for going into those
Keys.
situations.
Keys, keys, keys,
Yeah,
keys.
I forgave myself for going into those situations because I didn't know better. And when I forgave myself, I was able to look at these people with clearer vision. And then I forgave them too. Do I want to be friends with them? No.
Uh-huh.
Do I want to? Am I cool with any of my exes? None. Not that we have beef or anything crazy going on. I don't, I particularly don't really have a great relationship with my son's dad, um just because of our differences. And but as far as exes on a whole, there's not one ex who we talk,
Wow.
we catch up. Zero. And it's only been four. Well, there is one. I'm lying. Okay, there is one who um we he became like a business mentor to me at some point. So we still connect in the business realm, but our families are cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just a respect thing. It's
Uh-huh.
not, oh, you're my ex, I'm still in love, or because
Uh-huh.
I would
Uh-huh.
never like listen, the human race would
Never
have to be,
what?
I would never go back there. Like
Oh,
the human race would have to be going extinct for me to say, um but that's the extent of me being connected to my exes. So as much as I forgave them, I have no
yeah.
desire
You
to
can
connect.
forgive, but you can't forget.
Yeah, because you're still who you are, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not cool with you. So I blocked
Sure.
one of them, like super blocked him, because
Super blocked.
yeah, he's the happy Thanksgiving type of person,
Oh,
or
fuck out of here.
calling every time it's my birthday. Hey, I remember. So when I
Oh.
see I blocked him on my birthday this year. I saw the number. I'm like, yeah, as soon as the phone stops ringing, I'm gonna block you because I don't need this. I don't want it. It's not necessary for you to keep contacting me. I don't need
Yeah,
the connection. So,
sure.
boyfriend number one, boyfriend number two, boyfriend number three, they're all whatever. Number four, we're
Dead.
cool, and I'm currently on number five.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah,
You with
that's
the love of your life, the one and only. God damn it, the last man standing.
something like that.
Yeah, I feel you. That was such a great point about uh letting go of not um I totally forgot. I got a brain
Are you
fart again.
hungry? Are you hungry
I'm
too?
hungry.
I'm
I'm tired.
starving. I'm
I'm hungry.
hungry.
I'm tired, and all of that. But
You're
no,
you're
that's
you're
super.
having dad brain.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely have that brain. Um, I d- I have. I want to say a similar, but I'm a little different because like I was saying before, I am cool with like most of my exes. I genuinely love them though. Like, I really look at them like, yo, y'all have helped me become who I am. Y'all have helped me become better. And even if it was bad, even if it was a bad situation, bad scenario, they fucking played the shit out of me. I was like, yo, you the GOAT. Like, you helped me become better. And also, I understand that you were probably going through shit and you were probably struggling with your issues. And especially, I know them personally. So I know like they're dealing with so many other things. And so at the end of the day, I can be like, you know what? I get it. I don't, it wasn't cool, obviously. I don't think I deserve that. I'll take it. I'm going to use it to make me better, make me stronger.
You have
I
to
hope.
understand that you deserve everything you get if you believe in karma.
Uh-huh. Even when I cheated, I felt like I deserved all the fucking mind
Stress
fucking that I went through. Yeah, going through that situation. And I think I got my karma back from that too.
fast.
Yeah, like I got played again, and I was like, yeah, I deserve that. I was like, I
Wow.
deserve that. I was feeling, because I've always believed in that sense of karma. So I was just like, I know that you know they will get their karma. I never do. I never like be like you. I'm gonna get you. Like, nah. It's like you'll get what you get what you put out.
Whether you do it to them or not is coming, boo.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I never even thought about doing anything, like anything to anybody, like in that manner. Like, if you played me, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna be done. To me, the 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 worst thing that I could do to get back at you is to fucking dead you. And most of the time, that's what I did for a long time. Like, if I ever got played, I was like, I deaded you for a
That does
long
hurt.
time.
That hurt.
That shit, and I'm cold with it.
That's hurt.
I'm like, tomorrow, boom.
I don't feel like I've ever experienced someone cutting me off. I don't know. You know, I'm going to tell you something really strange and weird. I think people have cut me off, but a lot of times I'm going to just say this out right now. Confession. A lot of times people disappear and I don't even realize.
Uh,
I'll be
it's
like,
weird.
"Oh shit. Whatever happened to such and such? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, really? Let me see if they blocked me. Hold on." But
Let me see if they block me.
yeah, and then you'll go on and then that profile is not available. I'm like, what did I do really? But I didn't even know you were gone. So, okay.
Mm,
Bye.
yeah, yeah, bees like that.
See you later, alligator. Yo, one time at band camp, I go to work. I work at night. I go to work at 6 p.m. I come home maybe 6 in the morning. Um, I leave the house at 5. I don't remember what happened at work. Something happened, but I'm like, all right, I'm going home. So I'm back home like by 8 o'clock. I walk in the door and I'm hearing moaning.
Oh shit.
So it's very obvious that sexting is happening in the house.
Oh my goodness.
So now I have to turn into a ninja. Now I need to be quiet. You can't hear me, right? So I take my time, walk to the bedroom door, and I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker is not in here fucking somebody. And I'm standing there like, he is in here with somebody else. I walk in the door. And one thing about me, Melee, when my anger is through the roof,
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm probably gonna fucking levitate because that's how light and calm I become.
You're one of those.
I just become so calm. Everything is clear. If I
Mm.
say anything, I'm not gonna regret it later and say, oh, I was mad.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah.
Everything is gonna be clear and efficient.
Mm.
I'm calm. I walk in and I'm just standing there like, the girl sees me. She jumps off the bed, runs into a corner, and now she's in a corner like this, and she's crouching down. So now, not only is this happening where I'm extremely angry, but my ego is also at play. So now that I see that you're afraid, I'm going to take advantage of that. Now that
Ooh.
he's afraid, I'm going to take advantage of that.
Ooh.
He's scared as shit because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's about to happen because he's seen me in different lights.
He's
So
seen
he
a
knows that it can get
savage.
crazy. But this is not a situation. I'm not a person who, oh, you're doing something wrong, let me attack you. No, that's not me. If you violate me and I need to defend myself, I might do something worse to you.
Mm-hmm.
But that was then. This is not now. That was back then. But so now I have all this power, but I'm not going to do anything with it. But I'm happy that both of you realize that this is how you need to react. This guy stood there with his mouth wide open and his jaw on the floor for maybe 15 minutes. He never closed his mouth. He was like the whole time.
With his
And
dick out.
yeah, both of them naked.
Oh my
And
god.
I looked at her and I said, get dressed. Just get dressed. So now
Mm.
she's walking along the wall. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything to you. She's scared. She doesn't want to walk across the room. I don't know what she thinks the wall is gonna defend her or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything to you. Just go ahead. And she got her clothes, and he's not talking to her. He's not interacting with her. She's talking to him. He's not responding. All of a sudden, you're not cool with her. So she's like, I
Hell
don't know
no.
where she says, I don't know where I am. I have no idea what neighborhood this is.
Oh
I
my
don't have a
goodness.
phone. How
So
am I going
far.
to get home? She's like, how am I going to get home? What am I going to do? And he just stood there. So I said, where do you live? And she's looking at me. I was like, girl, I'm not going to come to your house. Like, if I want to do something to you, this would be the time. And as you can see, I'm not going to do anything to you. Where do you live? Um, he's going to ask me, should I take her home? I said, you're never going to fucking talk to her again. Why would, what?
Mm.
All are we gonna carry her home? Like, let all of us gonna take her home. But it didn't go there. He's like, should I take her home? I said, no, you're not taking her home. Call her a cab. He's standing there. The phone is on the other side of the room. Dude still doesn't want to walk by me. And I'm like, both of y'all is too little. I don't know what to call y'all. But
Rats.
I gave her the phone. I was like, call the cab. She called the cab. She left. And that was the end of it. And he's like, what are we going to do now? I said, take all the sheets off, flip the mattress, wash them. I'm tired. I don't remember what was wrong at work. I don't know if I was sick or if what was going on with me, but I was like, I just need to go to sleep. He took the sheets, threw them in the laundry, flipped the mattress, put on fresh sheets. I said, I need you to disinfect this whole room because I'm not touching shit in here. He cleaned the whole room. I went to sleep, and this guy did not sleep. He did not sleep. He was afraid. He thought that something was still going to happen. And I liked it. I was like, yeah, I want you to think that something's going to happen. But I know in my heart that I'm not putting any energy into this because,
Yeah.
one, it's already a relationship that I should not be in. So I'm expecting you to be a fuck person because this is a fuck relationship. So you're going to do
Uh,
fuck things, you know?
yeah.
So, yeah, that was the beginning of my exit. And we just never recovered from that. But this is the one that calls. He likes to call every year.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Yeah, so I block his toxic ass.
That's crazy. Fuck. Yeah, man. I try to think that I'm a forgiving person, but
And I
that
forgave
is,
him because his self-esteem was low as fuck. I'm like, I get it. You need to fuck to feel good. I got it. I get it. But you're not my person. Like I can't rock with you. So
yeah.
I forgive you because you don't know better. You're desperate. You need to be loved. The parents are very detached. Like I've never been around families that don't say I love you. That was weird to me. So like one day we were going on a vacation and he just said something short to his mom. She didn't even know he was going on vacation. He just said something like, whatever." And then I'm like, "You're not gonna hug your mom. You're not gonna say bye." And then he was like, "No." Just the way he reacted, and the whole way to the car, to the airport in the car, I was sitting there like, "Oh shit."
I can't be with this motherfucker.
I've never seen anything like that before. I've never seen people not hug their mom or say I love you. They didn't have that at
Yeah.
all. So I get it. Like, yeah, you're going to need
Mm.
pussy. You're going to need to crawl up in random people so you can feel that connection.
Yeah.
And that type of void and that type of toxicity, like, I just don't rock with it. So I forgive you because you're behaving how you're supposed to based on this brokenness that's happening in your head, but you're not my guy. So
Mm-hmm.
I not only do I not rock with you, but I also don't speak to you because what are we talking about? You know?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
You are Mother Teresa, goddammit.
Nah, Mother Teresa wasn't this popping. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know. That is forgiveness for real. That is
don't give me that much credit.
yeah, I don't know if I could bounce. Well, I can't say that because I think all I'm one of those people like to say all wounds heal in time too. So I think when in time I'll come around. That is very hard. Like I would
It's
probably
hard, and don't get it
completely
twisted. This
like
was
in the
is it
bed
wasn't
that you
easy.
sleep in.
Yeah, that I bought. This is my bed.
That
I own that bed.
that would fuck me up.
I still remember what she looks like.
That would fuck me up. And those are the things too that fuck me up. Like I gotta
Yeah, it does
remember these
fuck you up.
people,
It
because
does
it's the
fuck
thought
you
you
up.
can't erase those thoughts.
You can't.
Those are the
You can't.
things. You can't erase those thoughts. So
Exactly.
it's almost like you have to figure out how can I turn this shit into
You have to, because
stars.
what
You know what I
else are you
mean?
gonna do with it? You're gonna
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it? I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like recycling garbage. You're gonna
Yeah.
leave the garbage laying around piling up, or you're gonna turn it into craft or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I forgive everybody for whatever they've done, and I've apologized to so many people for things that I've done. There's certain people who will never get an apology from me,
Mm.
but there are many people who I have apologized to. There's a small group of people who I did gather at one point, and I sat them all down. I said, "Yo, I realized that I have definitely been a difficult person, and I realized that the way I speak, my attitude, my demeanor, the aggression, the abrasiveness, all of these things
Mm.
must have caused me to behave in a certain way, and you know, I completely understand why you guys would have this disdain or this resentment towards me. I totally get it as I'm looking back now. And then even me meeting my father and seeing how he behaved, and I'm like, I am so much like this man. And it hurts my heart to know that I've done this to people. And that shit made me change
Mm,
immediately.
mm,
So I've definitely apologized, and hopefully I was forgiven too. Like, I don't need to be forgiven. If y'all want to
yeah.
forgive, that's cool, but I did my part. I
Mm-hmm.
felt remorseful and apologetic, and I apologized. um but for the people that I did forgive, I didn't look at them and say, hey, I forgive you. I don't need to say shit to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It's not really so much for them, it's more for you.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna that's the thing I was trying to remember before. Yeah, uh it's for you. It's for you. It's not for you like, oh yeah, I gotta forgive myself, and I gotta, but it's like you need to have that understanding and acceptance from yourself, and also understanding and forgiving yourself that you fucked up yourself too. I mean,
Yo,
like, you fucked up yourself,
that's
and you have
me.
to forgive yourself. Like, yo,
Yeah,
why did that was a dumb thing that I did. So I have to
absolutely.
forget. I have to say sorry to myself.
And I have done a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
things to myself. I've put myself in a lot of situations
yeah,
that got me hurt
yeah.
repeatedly. And the thing about me, though, I'm so blessed and so grateful, um, to have been able to get to a space where I have better contact with my awareness. I've always been
Mm-hmm.
self-aware,
That's the key.
but to be more self-aware and be able to say, yo, you did that, girl. Like, I dated a guy. This wasn't counted in my relationships. It was just a thing, whatever that was. Um, but I just kept putting myself through that
Yeah,
over and over and over.
yeah.
And I'm like, girl, what are you
Why the
doing?
fuck are you doing this? Yeah.
Stop. He's blatantly in your face telling you that he's never going to treat you the way you should be treated, the way you deserve. So
Mm-hmm.
if you keep putting up with it, then you're just going to keep getting it. So
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely had to detach myself. And this is not even somebody who I have beef with or anything. I
yeah,
just recognize that, yeah, you're fucked up. Like, based on his stories and the things that he's gone through, you're
yeah,
supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be cracked.
yeah,
But
yeah.
not everybody is going to take the initiative to look at their pain and morph it into something
Sure.
positive and heal
Uh-huh.
from it. So
Uh-huh.
you're going to keep getting hurt by these hurt people.
Yeah.
And listen,
Hurt people
honey,
hurt people. Oof.
absolutely. If you keep going around in this circle, it's not this person that's doing something to you over and over. It's not. It's you needing to ask, why do I keep putting myself in this position? Why do I
Uh-huh.
feel like I deserve this type of treatment?
Questions.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
assess why you allow certain things to happen to you. And when you start being honest with that, like real life honesty, it's going to start clearing up. You're going to have to start forgiving less people over time.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. Keys.
You can forgive the unforgivable.
I agree. And I changed what I was saying before. I definitely can forgive anything. I
You
think it just
can.
depends on time. It depends
Yeah.
on the scenario, the situation, and my growth towards understanding.
Yeah.
If I can grow towards a complete understanding and empathy for other
Yeah.
people,
Mhm.
then you can forgive anything.
Well, it literally took me like 5 years to forgive my first boyfriend. One day I was just sitting in the car, and I remember it too.
Mm,
I was just sitting in the car and he called me. And as we're talking, it clicked. Yo, I am on Sutter Avenue under the train line. And no, I am on East New York Avenue and East 98th Street, sitting on that corner under the train line. And I remember this moment because this is probably a big breakthrough in life for me. in
Mm-hmm.
terms of evolving. And I'm sitting in the car and we're talking and I'm screaming, why? This is 5 years after we broke up.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm still mad, still hurt. And
Mm.
in that moment, I don't know if a wave passed through the planet or what happened, but something clicked. And I'm like, yo, look at me. This is pathetic. This is sad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here crying over this dude who done went off and had a baby with somebody else, moved out of state. And I'm not taking responsibility for the fact that I stuck it through.
Yeah.
Even when we
Yeah.
broke up, I would be like, we would look at each other, we like, we are never leaving each other. In this toxic,
Mm.
disgusting mess, we're telling each other we're never leaving each other. And he's like, get a tattoo with my name. And I'm like, I'm crazy. I love you. I have low self esteem, but I'm not getting your name tattooed on my body. Sorry.
Fuck that. I don't even love you that much, nigga. Oh shit.
That also started breaking our relationship apart as well. When I told him I'm not getting the tattoo, he really took that shit personal, but probably cheated on me even more. But yeah, 5 years later, I'm sitting in the car and it dawned on me, yeah, you put yourself in this. And in that moment, life
Yeah.
changed for me.
Yes.
Everything changed in that moment when I admitted that I was responsible
Mm-hmm.
for what
Yep.
he did.
All
Yeah.
right. I got some self-forgiving to do. I gotta apologize to myself for a couple things that I put myself through, and I need to realize, like, yo, you had plethora of opportunities to walk away, to turn around, to change, and you didn't. You fucking stuck through it until it blew
But
up
were
in
you
your face.
aware? Like, were you aware that there was another option? Because sometimes we're in situations and we really don't see another way.
Yeah, I think I was in this relationship one time where it was clear as day that this person was not for me. It was clear as
Yeah.
day. It was like we didn't have any of the same likes. She's fucking super superficial. She likes all the name brand shit, and I'm not that kind of dude at all. It's just like we were two opposites, and I stuck with her
Mm,
for 2 years until
mm.
she fucked me over.
God, the pussy good.
And I was like, yo. And that was one of
Sorry.
the people I still haven't really forgave, but I need to like check myself, be like, yo, you had so many signs,
Yeah.
so many opportunities. It's 2 years. How many fucking days is that? You could
Yeah.
have just been really like, yo. And I think that was the one person I cheated on. So I think
Mm.
the guilt of that held me there for a little bit longer, which is stupid too.
It's
Like
730 days.
700 and fucking 30 days.
Yo.
At any point, I could have been like, yo, this is not working. And that should have been a sign too, because I've never cheated before. And I was
Mm,
disconnected with this person so much that I was
mm.
like, I'm gonna get some other pussy. So disconnected. And I still stay with her. So I gotta, forgive myself for that.
So who broke it off?
I did. I
Okay.
did. She did not wanna break up with me. But I was like, yo, this is just
It
not
has to end at some point.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kept coming up with reasons. She was like, all right, so what? And I was like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. All right. The last thing that I want both of us to do, and I do this with all my relationships now, moving forward. If I get to the point where I'm like, yo, all right, I think I want to break up with this person, I tell them this. I say, listen, I want me and you to write up a list of pros and cons about each other. If the cons outweigh the pros, I'm out. And then you write your list, and then, look at your list and see, and you will see what your list says. But if I write my list and my cons outweigh my pros, or the cons for you outweigh the pros, I gotta be out.
But dang, what if in that moment you just don't remember all the pros? What if you walk out the door and you're like, shit, I
Nah,
forgot
I
like
said,
six things.
nah, no, it's not right then and there. I'm like, yo, let's take some time, because it's like when you're
The process.
feeling, when you're feeling like you starting to feel, because it's not just one day. When you're
Yeah.
starting to feel like, yo, I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
come up with that, like, I'm not feeling it. Let's do this. Let's do this exercise. So
So
however long it takes.
why did you stay?
I think it was the guilt of the cheating.
Mhm.
And I think it was a little bit of like, I hadn't been with someone in a couple years before her.
Mhm.
So I think it was just comfortability. Like, oh,
Mm.
she liked me. So
Mhm.
fuck it. You like me. I guess I like you too.
Yeah.
She was doing a lot of shit for me too,
Mm.
that I never asked for shit, but she was just doing shit for me.
Was she a scammer?
She wasn't a scammer. She just really liked me a lot.
I
She
don't know
liked me
why.
a
Yo,
lot.
we need to end this episode because now my brain is really coming up with shit. I'm like, was she a scammer? Why?
Was she a scammer? Where did that come from?
'Cause you said she's into material shit. So I'm like, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, no. She would buy shit that she couldn't afford. She would buy fucking watch, this nice, beautiful, nice watch, and then couldn't pay her fucking car note.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
then I was like, these are the little things. I'm like, this is not the person for you, bro. You don't
Yeah.
fuck with people like this. Who are you?
Those values will catch up and cause issues at some point.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you do not fuck with people like this. What are you even thinking?
So do we forgive her? I
Not
forgive
yet.
her.
Not yet. I
I
didn't.
forgive her because, whatever happened to her, she feels like she has to compensate with material
Oh
things.
yeah, she got some shit, man. I don't want to put her shit all out there, but fuck.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, forgiveness. Forgive people, and forgive yourself. Apologize to yourself first, and
Yo,
then forgive yourself.
that
Apollo fucking jize.
listen,
Say sorry. Get on your fucking knees. I'm sorry, cursing too.
the day when you finally apologize to yourself, and it's not just an apology, it has to be genuine.
Yes.
The day when you genuinely apologize, well, maybe it's just me, it probably won't happen to everybody, but the day when I really started to genuinely apologize to myself, I cried so much
Yeah, I can
because I was like,
imagine.
yo, wham to you, where you been doing,
Yeah, you were
just
lost, and
I
then
was
you
lost
find
as fuck.
yourself.
Yo,
And
and
it may take a couple times, like you were saying. It
somebody
may
told
take.
me I was lost.
Mm,
Somebody told me I was lost, and I stopped talking to her.
oh,
I
you
was
gotta
like,
apologize to
I'm not
yourself for that
speaking to
too.
you anymore because how dare you call me lost? And this is what I was telling you before, that I thought I was someone that I wasn't, or I thought I
Mm,
was in a space that I wasn't. So
yeah,
when someone looked at me and considered me lost, I'm like, me lost?
I'm keeping it real.
I'm cutting you off. How dare you tell me the truth?
Don't touch me, bitch.
Yo, it's a wrap. We're done. We're done. Thank you for listening to the Nola Row Experience podcast.
Yeah,
Yo, when Melee brings in that little Trini boy, if you've ever seen that video,
it's a wrap.
we gotta go, man. It's yo,
We gotta go. The outro. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed this wonderful episode. Thank you, Nola, for talking with me.
yeah. Anytime, man. The key to getting rid of weird energies in your body is forgiveness. When you walk around with that shit, it's literally in your body. You can't see it, but it's there. And I promise you, you probably have health issues. You probably have a lot of different things that's going on with your body that
Psychological.
absolutely, and it's coming from holding on. You might have a stomach ulcer. You might have
Mm,
issues going on with your womb. Women who are not able to forgive their mothers.
mm,
Me being someone who's definitely had mom issues, you end up having issues with your womb. And people who have had a lot of relationship issues, you end up having issues with your heart. And the chakras are real, so it's way more beneficial, not just mentally, emotionally, but it's a real physical manifestation that you can resolve. So forgive, forgive, forgive. You don't have to forget. You can cut them off, you can block them,
mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But heal yourself, do it
Uh-huh.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive the unforgivable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you for being our experiences, and we're super we're super excited to be your experience. Yeah, I feel like those robots that start to wind down and they start going like
Grr, grr,
this.
grr, grr,
That's me right
grr.
now. My brain is shutting down, so this is a good time to head out. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple, whatever. Subscribe to the actual podcast so that you're telling Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever, you're telling them, hey, I like this. So they make a note of that. When you leave reviews, when you leave comments on the YouTube and whatnot, it tells the algorithm that people are interested, and then we become more visible to other people. So we need your help doing that. We want to take this thing
Super
around the
facts.
world.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Much love. Peace.